Good morning. I am John. Today is Thursday, November 17th, 2022. And this is my daily vlog documenting my adventure after getting laid off from a long-time career and trying to parlay my part-time hobby into a full-time job, that of content creation. We do this every day, and I really like to structure it typically in a predictable way. You know, I kind of say hello, we talk about yesterday, we talk about tomorrow, and then then I have kind of a topic to talk about. And that's true today, but the topic at the end, it's going to be kind of a twister, and you'll see what I mean, and it's because of you. So let's start with the update as always. So if you saw in the community post, I did get out yesterday. I drove down in the afternoon to St. Augustine and walked around. I went to Looney Tunes Academy of Speech, and I walked around and the cobblestone brick streets and the little shops and the hot sauce store and two t-shirts for $5 stores. And it's very touristy, the big fort and everything. It was great. It's just, I just went by myself and just wandered around, and the worst thing was parking's expensive, but once you're there, it's all free, and it was great. So I was going to do that earlier in the week. I think it was Monday or Tuesday, I forget when, but finally got out. And I think, and several of you commented, even though I didn't get to St. Augustine the other day, that getting out and walking around is, it's an obvious thing, but it wasn't something I was baking into my schedule, just like get out and go for a walk. And it felt great, and so I've got to figure out how to work that into my schedule, because it does feel really good. And it wouldn't hurt me to get out and walk around a little more, obviously, but it's just the mental part of it and the fresh air part of it and the doing something else part of it. That was great. Also yesterday, I'm just talking about my trip. Also yesterday, created and published that Jaws Tiny TV video. Again, I'll toss a link up there if you didn't get to see it. It's doing really well. It was our top performer for most of the day. It's almost 1,000 views already. I put a nice kind of inquisitive clickbait title on it, and I think it's doing pretty well. So happy about that. We're also about to break another 100 subscribers over there, so we're almost at 17,500. I expect that's going to roll over sometime this morning, usually midday. I expect to see that. That'll be cool. I'd love to have reports like this every day, another 100, another couple hundred, that kind of thing. That's where we want to be eventually. And then today, so I got a pretty packed day, but it's exciting. So, of course, I mentioned yesterday, I think, that today I'm recording a guest spot on the Monetary Mixtape podcast. So I'll be recording that pretty much about an hour or so after you see this, probably. I'll be recording with them over there. I got that to take care of. I also started prep work on another of the John's Cool Junk videos, where I turn around and grab something off the set, and I've kind of prepared for one of those, and I'm going to get that knocked out in the morning before lunch. And then after lunch, I have some podcast editing to do, and also maybe I can start some pre-production on tomorrow's video and get that cooking. So things are productive. Maybe later in the week I'll have kind of a big picture update where we're at statistically and numbers and that kind of thing. Mo, George, and I are exploring some other ways to kind of, look for a content creation consultant to work with us and that kind of thing. I mean, this is the time to really drive hard with it. So we're looking. So the thing I kind of want to flip backwards at the end here, often at the end of these vlogs, I talk about kind of where I'm at mentally, or what challenges I faced, or how I'm feeling, and those sorts of things. And it's kind of like that, but it's kind of not like that too, because every one of these so far, I talk about me, and then I get comments from you guys, supportive. And this morning I woke up to this tweet from Brad. Now Brad is not a friend that I've known all my life. We met through GenXGrownUp, and this is what I'm talking about. He heard the call of me saying, hey, if you can find a way to see your way clear to recommend the stuff we're doing, or just recommend this vlog. And I woke up to this. I'm doom scrolling this morning after my alarm, and I see this, and it just made me smile. And I'm like, it's that kind of thing that, like, I want to talk about you guys watching. You know, this is think about who you are and what you're doing and how selfless you're being. I mean, even if you've known me for a long time, but more of you have never met me at all in person. You maybe couldn't pick me out of a lineup on the street if I'm not wearing a goofy hat and t-shirt, you know? Probably almost 150 of you have regularly started coming back and watching these vlogs almost daily, maybe daily for a lot of you. And you get nothing out of it. I get all the support, I get all the moral support, I get all the encouragement, I get all the suggestions, I get all the ideas, I get all of that. And I want you to think about how incredibly selfless and generous and kind and just a good person you are for no personal gain. I mean, I don't know is there any entertainment in this? I don't know if there is. I mean, it was just, you know, watching the dumpster fire implode. Maybe that's what you're here for. It's reality TV unfolding day by day. But you guys continue to show up here with nothing to gain, only to give of yourselves. And man, it's just makes me so happy and proud to know that that's the kind of people that want to come to my aid, whether it's just for moral support. Many of you have, you know, jumped in on Patreon to help support me financially. Many more of you have done like Brad did with that tweet. It's just, you know, I ask for something and you guys do everything you can to make it happen, whether you have the financial means or the influential means or whatever. And, you know, you have no expectation of getting anything back in return. And day after day after day, you come back here and you give of yourself just to kind of help me out in my time. And it's good people. And you're a good person for, I'm not saying because you're watching me, but because you are watching me when you don't have to and there's nothing in it for you, but you keep doing it. And yeah, I want to turn that mirror on you and reflect on you. You know, maybe you don't have the energy or the thought to, or the motivation or the drive or the desire to ever stand in front of a camera and do something like this and get the kind of attention where somebody sees your face and knows your name. But I see your comments, I see your names, I see you. And I love that you're there, and it really, every day when I get up, I'm like, this is what I hoped would happen, and it's because of you that I would go. It's so easy to just lay in bed and go, oh, another hour. I don't have to get to work. Nobody is looking for me, but I know you're there, and it means so very much to me. And I have no intention of stopping this anytime soon. As long as you are there, if we bring more into the fold, that's great, but. I mean, this core 150 or so that I see every day, watching every day. And like, you are the kernel. If this is going to succeed, it's going to be because of you. And that's amazing in my book. Man, you good people, and that's who I'd love to surround myself with, and that's what we've done here. It's pretty cool. It makes me so just full of pride to know the kind of people that would gravitate toward the craziness that I'm doing and give of themselves like you do over and over and over. That's you. Thank you. Okay, it's time for me to get to work. I have a full day, as I said. I feel motivated today. Maybe the walk helped. I think it did. I think it might have. Thank you so much for watching these vlogs, especially for watching today. If you are one of those people I'm talking about who watch every day, I love you so much for doing that. So I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye-bye.